Going live, and we're live. Shout out to Donna Davis. Donna Davis, thank you for being the first one in this morning. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards, school teachers, law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, military personnel. Shout out to whatever it is your job description is. Shout out to you. You get up on work, right? Shout out to you. Shout out to every single clean hearted, good hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. That makes you a good person. Reggae Girl is in the building this morning. Shout out to you and thank you for being here. May I start out with my glasses on front early? Here we are on this beautiful Tuesday morning. You know, I was about to take Tuesday morning off. As you can see, it is 8 o'clock. So we'll do a solid 1 hour power hour. We'll call it. Not like one time I let them chop up. I know it's not lipstick, it's blistex. Somebody said the other day, SouFlo, I wear lipstick. No, whoa. I don't wear lipstick, sir. I wear blistex. Yeah, let me take care of my mouth. All right. Here we are. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. All right. No, I'm saying that already. Yeah, today is August 20th, 2024, and we're happy to be here. So we start off by giving thanks and praises to the Most High because, you know, without the Most High, it wouldn't be possible. Nobody is planning our funeral today. We're not in anybody's hospital today. We're up and feeling good. I have an injury that is, the injury keeps reoccurring kind of thing. I injured my foot in the army years ago, and I was told years ago that it's going to flare up as I get older. Well, it looked like it's flaring up now, so that this must mean say I'm getting older now, because I'm back in a boot again. I have a boot on one of my legs or one of my feet again, and my ankle is in pain. So I'm gonna try smile and laugh through the pain and act like a part of me is not hurting, because as much as that part of me is hurting, life is still good, and I still have nothing to complain about. So I'm not complaining. I'm just letting you know I'm a bit off because that. Even though I've been up early, I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning working. So I couldn't get started earlier because I got caught up in other work. But here we are, right? Morning, SouFlo, and everyone. Please like the live. This is Marilyn Grant from the UK. The topics we have this morning, let me see. The Cherry Lane shooting update. Let me see what else. A teacher that was accused of doing unscrupulous things to a student is released. That means that them did lock up and them get released, free to go. And a question for the ladies: filing for divorce while pregnant, and then question for everybody: how soon is okay to move on after a relationship ends? Move on meaning get involved with someone else on a level like you would be in a relationship with somebody else. How soon it is to move on? I think we need to just warm up the room first and start off with one of these questions. So since I'm feeling this way this morning, let's start off with this one first. Filing for divorce while pregnant. I want the woman them to tell me, why would a woman file for divorce while she's pregnant if the only thing her husband did was cheat? May I look for some answer? I'm looking for some answers because of something specific. So one of the people that I do follow, right, believe it or not, is Cardi B, the entertainer Cardi B. Cardi B has filed for divorce because her husband, Offset, cheats constantly, apparently. There have been many accusations of him cheating, and I guess she catch him a cheat again. So this time she said she can't take it anymore, and she's filing for a divorce. Now, there are women out there. Now, mind you, she is a multimillionaire. She is successful in her field. She is established financially, right? And so is her husband too. If they both separate, they both have their own gigantic, enormous net worth. So, and say life is usually a bit easier with certain things for people with that kind of money. I believe his net worth is like $25 million, and hers is way up there as well. So them good for money. And I want to know, why would a woman who he's not beating you, he's just cheating. Why would you file for a divorce while you are pregnant? I'm thinking she would wait until after she have the baby and our mind settle down. This goes for any woman though. I'm not just talking about Cardi B. I'm talking about women in general. You as a woman, you there with your man. Are you thinking about, because usually pregnancy time brings about a lot of insecurities. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't want to have this baby by myself, or I don't want to be a burden to anybody else. And me and this idiot boy make the picnic. So I'm gonna try to stick around long enough to give the baby a stable start in life. Or I just can't take none of this. I'm gone. And you're doing it while a big belly is in front of you. I'm trying to understand what makes a woman file for a divorce while she's pregnant. Just cheating? Marcia Walters, yeah, just cheating. Him not do nothing else. He's just cheating. Now, I'm not saying you should stay if a man cheat, but there are women who stay and they put the cheating over. Listen, Missy Woman already said this. She said, all you get from my husband is somebody. That's it. But him come home to me. All our money is together. All our businesses are together. I'm playing the long game. My name upon everything. This, that, and the other. So you can go on with that. That will fade out sooner or later. Him now left me for you. I've seen women say that. And these are the women who put everything above. I've even heard women say, my kids ain't growing up without no daddy. Just because of you want to fling some front on my husband and him nasty ass want to take it. So my kids them must grow up in a single mother household or grow up with just, no father around or something. I'm not that girl. I'm not doing it. So that's why I'm asking, what drives a woman to file for divorce when she is pregnant? Top of the morning to you, Claudette Sterling. Nandi says your self-respect. So you're putting yourself first then, Nandi. You're putting yourself first. If children are involved, you will put yourself first over your children. Her mental sanity is everything. Her mental sanity is everything. The man is probably cheating because I'm gonna play devil's advocate this morning. The man is probably cheating because his mental sanity needs to be preserved as well. We handle things in different ways. So a woman might handle something different than a man, right? So he's probably he's probably trying to preserve his mental sanity as well. Her mental sanity is everything, says Audrey Wright. Marcia Walters says, just cheating? I said yes, and they have children already, right? So there's children in your household, and you're pregnant again. Now you're going to file for a divorce and leave your husband because you find out same cheat. He's not leaving you. He never said he was going to leave you. Him does have a thing on his side where him get catch with. Sister Fire says it would depend on how much he cheats and how he cheats and what they had put in place to grow their relationship. It would depend on how he cheats and how much he cheats. Say I'm a firm believer in you don't go looking for stuff that you're not ready to handle. Yeah, like I don't know, but some people be searching phones and looking up in different places and search down everything. Them search out the car trunk and under the bed and lift out the sole out of the shoes them because it might be in there. I ain't giving nobody no hints. I'm just saying one of y'all about to go search that, search the shoes that we like closet and lift out the sole them now out of the shoes. I'm just saying, people be searching for stuff that they're not ready to handle. You searching, let me see if he cheating. Man, if he cheating, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be messed up. And you search and you search and you search, and then you find that, and your otherwise happy home is now in turmoil with kids suffering because you begs cause the man a cheat. Them poor kids don't care where their daddy teely weely goes. And them poor kids don't care how you feel about where their daddy teely weely goes. You hear what I just said? The poor kids don't care how you feel about where their daddy's teely weely goes, and they don't care where him teely weely goes. But now y'all gonna mash up your family, and the kids are gonna have to suffer because your man fling theme teely somewhere else, and you don't like where it went. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to be logical here, but may I try understand. Because Sis Afia says it depends on how much he cheats and how he cheats and what they had put in place. Most men cheat in private, just like Uno Uman cheat in private. So you won't find out unless it pops up in your face because you've been looking for it, kind of thing. Mel Mel says in her case, he's a habitual cheater, and she is protecting her mental, spiritual, and sexual health. I came across a saying this morning, and I thought that this would be a good segue to poke the bear a little bit and put this out there. And the saying says, a man will sacrifice his happiness for his family. A woman, on the other hand, will sacrifice her family for her own happiness. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but that's the saying. A man will sacrifice his happiness for his family. And we stay there and bear all kind of things and take it and, suck it up and all for his family. But a woman, she will sacrifice the family for her happiness. I'm out of here. My mental health is the best, is what's paramount. And I don't care about what y'all have to say. It's not me, it's you, it's not me. I don't give a damn. I'm leaving, kind of thing. And just drag the kids along. And the poor kids have to deal with that, right? Nandi says cheating comes with a lot. It's more than just cheating. Enough becomes enough. Walk away with your dignity. Now, let me ask you this. How does your partner cheating validate your dignity? Because if we understand the meaning of dignity and the meaning of self-respect and the meaning of self-value, my partner cheating does not affect my dignity or my self-value. You know what I mean? I know me out there, whore. I'm not the married one that's throwing myself around. It's them. You know what I mean? I could see the part where somebody just said protecting her sexual health. No, that's realistic to me. I'm a very logical person. Protecting her sexual health is very realistic to me because cheating people, I don't know if y'all know it. I've said this before. We're grown people, but we have to continue to remind or educate those who don't know, the young and the old alike. Anytime you cheat, you're not only cheating with the person you're cheating with, you're cheating with that person and anybody else that person is involved with as well, whether it's swapping spit, bodily fluids, so on and so forth. And nobody is ever loyal and faithful to somebody who is cheating. For instance, if a man is cheating on his wife with a girl on the side or a woman on the side, then that woman on the side knows that you have a wife. So she's not waiting for you and just sit down and twiddle her thumbs and wait for you. It's Valentine's Day. She expect not to see you because you over there buying roses for wifey who you trying to convince you're good. And then she must stay up on the back burner and get her roses them the day after Valentine's Day. After resentment build up, people don't like that. So people ain't trying to do all that. People know that, hey, he got his already. So I'm lonely. I'm going to go find somebody for me too. So usually you end up in a situation where you're cheating, but you're sleeping with multiple people, which is highly unhealthy. And it's kind of like the best way to get something that is incurable, which is my biggest concern. I'm afraid. I'm super afraid. I make these my best friends. Cause me super afraid. I probably look, talk a lot, not go nowhere, not doing a damn thing. Me lotion and bathroom or lotion and wherever, cause I'm afraid. Cause there's things out there that has no cure. And there are some people out there who don't care about their status on anything. When last time got doctor? They don't even know. You're a grown-ass person. When last you went for a checkup? I don't know. When last you had a 10-panel blood work done? I don't know. When last I don't know. No, sir. And there are people out there who know so them have stuff too, and them just want to give to you. So I'm afraid. Me not really run down nothing. But speaking on cheating, Nandy says cheating comes with a lot, and it's not just cheating. Enough becomes enough, and walk away with your dignity. The Buffalo Soul the rest says it's stressful being with a habitual cheater. However, some do make arrangements to sleep in separate bedrooms. Right, right. You and your partner sleeping in separate bedrooms. That works for some people, even if there's no cheater in the relationship. It just works for some people. You know, we see people sleep all the time in a different room for many different reasons, and it actually works for them. I think it diminishes your intimacy, but it depends on what you got going on. You know what I mean? In your family, different strokes for different folks. You know what? You know what we tend to forget? We also everybody is trying to live a life based on a model, like one size fits all cookie cutter model. And every situation is unique. Every relationship is different. Every relationship has its unique set of things that won't work in somebody else's relationship. You understand? You don't know what the person is dealing with in their other relationships. So we can't just go around and say this is supposed to work for everybody kind of thing. Maybe cheating works for some people. I was watching what's her name the other day. Very famous actress who somebody I forgot help me in the comment section now. Very famous actress. She was a comedian first. She calls her husband daddy, and a lot of people had issues with her calling her husband daddy. But she's been calling her husband daddy for years, to the point where women started calling their man daddy too. After that, that's how long she's been calling her husband daddy, because she's been with him for umpteen years now. If you are she what's her name? What's her name? She is one of the original queens of comedy. Monica. Is it Monica her name is? Anyway, they blackballed her, blacklisted her out of Hollywood for a minute. 50 Cent worked with her the other day. She did a phenomenal movie with him. I was scared shitless watching that movie. I'm like, that woman deserves an Oscar. But back to this. I'm watching her on an interview, and she said she has an open relationship with her husband. An open relationship. And they asked her, open as in how? And she was like, I'm the one that came into Claudette Sterling. I appreciate you. Big up yourself. What you allow is what you get. And in turn, what you teach your children to accept. Audrey. But Audrey, the children don't know certain things. That's why it's important for adults to keep certain things out of children's reach. You know what I hate? I'm going to talk about Monica still and her open relationship, because she's the one that suggested it to her husband. And a lot of men call her husband a simp, because they're like, what? She comes into the relationship. She tells you as your wife that I'm married. I want you as my forever. I don't want to know that I'm here and I don't have you with me. However, I do need to step out every now and then and experience something else and somebody else. And he went for it. And that's how they live. I said, God damn. Me couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. That would say, and that's probably me acting on pride alone or ego. But another man piping down your wife, and imagine you just put in your best work Friday night. You say, I'll take Saturday off. And she tell you, say, Saturday she will go see John John. We keep it clear and open, so there's no doubt in anything. You know what I mean? Imagine you done put in your best work Friday. All your back puts out a place. All your wrist and your ankle them. I don't know what you did in there though. You did everything in the book. Your throat dry, your lip crack up, you're dizzy for 2 days straight. You put in everything. And she tell you the next day, says she'll go see Marcus because, it's Marcus' turn. What? That would make anyone feel like, Sir Ross, me can't do nothing for this woman. She would never, ever be satisfied by you kind of thing. That's the first thing that will come to a man's mind. Then not only that, you start to think, are they using protection? We can't use protection everywhere. You know, are you doing the things to him what you do to me? You know, this I want to start this coming, Kaya. You mean to tell me, say, you, are you do that to him too? You give the one where you ring around, so you do that too. Oh, you know that I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So, that would be painful. Let's turn it around. Would he stay? Nope, says Mel Mel. Mel Mel, how you ask the question and answer at the same time? It depends. That's why I'm talking about Monica right now, because he stays. So there are situations where the man stays, knowing that the woman. But these are situations where grown people talk to each other and have an understanding. This isn't cheating. This is a across the board understanding that, listen, if you're gonna be with me, I need to be with other people. Now the day will come where I don't need to do that anymore. Call me old. I'm something to work like it used to, and it's you, Missy, forever with. But in the meantime, while we're young and virile and can do things, sometimes we need something with a something. So, and your partner says, okay, as long as it's open for both of us, as long as I could do the same. The messed up part about what Monica said, she said when she suggested that to her husband, right? Back then he wasn't her husband. He is her husband now, but that's exactly how they lived. So, and he's been her husband for a long time now. When she first suggested that to her husband, she said she was selfish in herself because that was his comeback. His comeback was, okay, I mean, if that floats your boat, right? Because we don't want to be in a relationship where we're hiding things from each other, kind of thing. I saw a comedian the other day. He said, I don't want to be in a relationship where I'm on one side of the house in my office on my computer screen. I'm watching porn. I'm over there. See if she coming. I don't want to do that. I want to be in a relationship where I'm over there like, God damn, ooh, this babe, come here. Let's try this. Right? Is a difference. So that's what her husband said. I don't want to be in a relationship where we have secrets from each other. Because if this is a part of you that you feel you need to fulfill, if we go ahead with this relationship, you're going to be doing stuff behind my back. You're a celebrity, you travel a lot, they got male groupies, all kinds of stuff, right? So is it extended to me as well? As long as it goes both ways, then we can do it. She said she thought about it. I'm like, look at this woman, so selfish. She thought about it, girl. But anyway, she said yes. So he goes from time to time, and she goes from time to time, but they come back to each other, right? So it works for some people. Once you forgive a man for cheating, Nandi said, or fathering a child while he's in a relationship or a marriage, you leave an open door for everything else. Maybe I'm misunderstanding life, but isn't life supposed to be about mistakes and forgiveness and imperfection? And, I find like people get with people and then they think, oh, because I'm with you now, you're supposed to become perfect, kind of thing. I'm with you now, so you must be perfect from this day forward. Any mistakes, divorce, and I'm out of here. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, Flo. How are you?
I'm good, my brother. How you doing?
I'm all right.
Talk to me now.
So
You hear the topic?
I'm talking about um a lot of women do not like to have sex during pregnancy, and we all know that sex is a form of bonding in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And many times a guy will do everything a man's supposed to do in a relationship, and sometimes all they look for is a little sex and go to sleep.
Hold on,
Now,
brother. Hold on. Claudette Sterling, I did receive it and I appreciate it. Thank you. And I did say thank you, Claudette Sterling. I appreciate it greatly. Thank you. Claudette Sterling sent a donation, $20, and she was asking if I received it. But true, me never scroll down to the bottom of the to the end of the chat section. I didn't see her comment. All right, my brother. What I said.
yes.
So you say a lot of women
So
don't like to have intercourse while they are pregnant. So
yeah,
and man need that constantly kind of
yes.
thing.
Yeah.
So in the case of your wife being pregnant, then you know what? Let me see. Me not put our business out there, but let me say we have two kids together, me and Shakira, and on one of them I couldn't touch her because she just did not want to do anything at all, and on the other one she killed me. Like couldn't get enough, and I was like struggling to friggin' keep up. I'm like, Jesus Christ, again, more, why? You know what I mean? So it varies. What the pregnancy is like, I guess they're going through. With that said, though, it is true. Uh, I think men need that constantly. Well, we can't speak for every man, but I know that I need it constantly.
And because women have a lot of mood swings. I mean, some guy's not gonna wait for 9 months,
Oh,
and then we all know.
the part about the mood swings.
Yeah.
Yeah, the part about the mood swings. Let me elaborate a little bit. Personal experience. If me and my woman get in an argument, fight, whatever, me still want some. She don't want none because we just argue. And I might have said stuff that hurt her feelings kind of thing. You know what I mean? However, she take it. So she don't want none. But I'm left with my need. And my need is not being fulfilled. You understand? Come in a business about argument, because we front never argue. It was up here we were arguing. So yeah, But boy, for them it look like it's all over when you argue. It just go all over. So leg lock, brain lock off. I don't know.
Shop lock everything.
Yeah, shop lock everything.
So I want sometimes they to understand. So maybe that's one of the reasons why a guy will cheat in a relationship when the person is pregnant, because he is left in desperate enough to have fun.
Yeah, that is a very good insight. Absolutely. Can you imagine
And
9 months, brother? Oh, pain and sufferation.
when I say you have to beat your meat.
Boy, me I fight it. Pain and sufferation.
And also about the cheating.
Mm.
Um, I always wonder when a guy cheats and the woman decides she's gonna move on. Is she gonna move on and find a next person that's a virgin?
That part. That part.
Because many times they go find a man and that man have many more miles than a person will leave.
Interesting you should say that. So, a statistic was released, I believe it was either the day before yesterday or the day before that, but a couple of days within recent time. And the statistic was a study done over a lengthy period of time with a rather large population of divorced women. And it says that most married women who filed for divorce because their husband was cheating is now actually the side woman to a married man, or the side chick to somebody who is already in a committed relationship with somebody else. So she left her cheating husband in most cases to go be with somebody else's husband. So I don't get it.
And I'm gonna use a few examples because many times when somebody cheats,
Mm-hmm.
everybody they have a saying, left the boy, left him and better out there.
Mm-hmm.
But we have seen that say Rita Marley or even when Kobe cheat and Vanessa Brand could then move on.
Mm-hmm.
But would Vanessa Brand be this wealthy now?
Had she moved on?
So had she moved on?
Right.
So we have many times, if you had stayed in your relationship and work it out, you'd have a better family. Your kids wouldn't be broken, and life could have been way better.
God no. Because and you hear what you said about the kids? That's my focus. Because listen, the kids them don't, and it brings me to something I almost forgot also. So children need to stay out of grown people business. As in, when two adults argue, and then you hear the mother might say to the husband, "You're a damn cheater. You cheat for me." Now you have a 4, 5, 6 year old child in the house who is grappling with what they just heard. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
Yeah.
leaving your ass because you're a cheater. And the child doesn't know how to process all that. The child goes to their room, goes to a corner, and is like, my mommy says my daddy is a cheater. What's a cheater? And she's gonna leave his ass. And then you hear the little child go tell one of them friends, stop it, or I'll leave your ass, because them don't understand what going, right? And then that's how other adults pick up on, yeah, something is off in their household, because the language you use in your household escape through your children outside. So you have to be careful what children are exposed to. And like I said before, no child cares where them daddy Teely went, and no child cares if mommy care where their daddy Teely went. They care about having a daddy who is attentive to them, who loves them, who is their protector provider, and that's that. So sometimes I'm guessing I want to be selfish then to say, I'm afraid to say it, but I have to say it. Sometimes I might have to overlook some things in order to build the foundation that you are thinking about building. Because most of the time, them run well if one cheater go to one better cheater. Him just cheat more discreet.
That's always happened, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've seen where even people have business together, restaurants and so on, and because the guy cheats, they divorce, and then one person can't manage and the restaurant crumble, and they just fail in many different business.
Many different business. Then the income gone down, then it affects their level of lifestyle and what they could provide for the kids, and then it affects the children then because they're growing up subpar, then it affects a true man all the time. So that's what I'm saying. Are they thinking? Because the original question was big pregnant belly in front of you, and the first thing you think is divorce. You already got 2 kids on the ground, belly coming, and you think divorce. This man does not speak to you out of terms. You know, he has his ways because he might cheat, but other than that, you're well secured, well protected, well taken care of, and all this. So why just run to divorce and separation? Because the person who's going to feel that the most is the children.
Yeah, the children are always damaged.
Right.
You know, have you ever seen this on social media where the little kid in the class and he said to the teacher, "Shut up, bitch."
Yeah, but I say that all the time.
Yeah, but then you know where that's coming from.
Right. Right.
But also, these people need to understand that many times it's best to work out things, because even sometimes our great grandmother and grandfather, they, you know, one cheat, but they used to stay together and build a fruitful family.
Right. Right. In the case of mines. In the case of mines, I don't know if I tell you about the story already, but me tell me auntie about you think no chink, you sow no flower, cranky no donkey. I didn't know it was my damn grandfather's daughter. I know me love Auntie Una, me know who Auntie Una is, but she was in the community. And when me cuss her, somebody say you're bright and pasty, you know, say your auntie that. And the news got to my grandfather before I took the water back to the house. So they did cheat, they did their thing, but grandma never stay for no disrespect. You know, she laid her line down, and I guess him either cheated better or never cheat again. But either way, it worked out. Their legacy for me is they passed away 96, 97, or 95 and 96 years old. They left Earth one behind each other, and they left a beautiful legacy behind. You know what I'm saying? So how do you build that and get there? You have to go overlook some things.
Because even the era that I'm from, you have some, you know, high, you say high society, but they're very standout people, you know, they're justice of the peace and so on. And a 2 black person, but they did have a brown boy where and many times the youth used to come on football field, everybody used to gimmick him and call him certain name, because you know everybody always know people business. But they never separated. And they take care of the youth, although you can't know who for Pitney because the youth look just like a man when live down the road. But they still live fruitful and respected. So sometimes, you know, we can overlook cheating.
Absolutely. But the woman them now gonna take it so though. So I guess I just behind you doctrine that.
But no care if we use the word for example, they still not take it.
No, them not take it. Them all cuss for brother. They're going to cuss me, and you, please cuss him with me, please.
So you're saying that
No.
through divorce, when the person pregnant, they rather go to court, go through all this extra stress, extra anxiety.
And go find somebody different to bring around them children and all this kind of stuff. Yeah.
But these people in Hollywood, sometimes we know it'll never work and they're still fighting. No, she's gonna go in front of the judge and fight for a divorce. So the judge gonna have more sympathy because she's pregnant.
Yes.
Crazy.
Crazy.
All right, my boss, respect.
Manners and respect, my brother. Always a pleasure.
All right. Yeah, man.
All right. So Nandi says, hold on there. Audrey Wright says, but you already are stressed without. Nandi says, would you remain with your partner if she cheated? No, sir. Because I don't have a philosophy around this. Call me hypocritical if you want to. But hold on there. Me have to go. Please give me 5 minutes or 2 minutes to explain this. But call me hypocritical if you want to. But I am a firm believer that men are givers and women are receivers, takers. We have the outie, uno have the innie. When man bust off, his fluids go in you. Not only that, the way how the intercourse part goes, man to woman, you know, nah, me don't want her again. I don't want her again. So if she a cheat, she have to not make me know about it. And if me know about it, me go about my business. Yeah, that part. I'm being honest. You ask me, I'm being honest. What you want me to lie? I'm in a lie. Don't force me to lie. But me I tell you the truth. She have to go on about her business. Yeah, if me find out. But you know, them do them thing and make sure so you don't find out. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFLo.
Morning, family. How you doing?
So me have to put a twist on the last caller because me a female, so me have to put a twist on it.
All right.
The twist is the statistics of a woman cheating on her husband and getting pregnant and having a baby. The man most likely is not going to stay with her and keep her. But the woman know if the man cheats and have baby outside of the relationship, we have to work it out because of the family and because of the children.
But I don't feel belly swell up.
How is it? I hear you.
May I say, I know feel belly swell up. It's not him having carried baby for 9 months. You're seeing the process of having a baby, right? Imagine your wife spread out and a push and our next man pick me come out. And you there talk about
say me work at one place one time where that happened to a man and he keep the woman and keep the child.
God have mercy. Me not do that.
He raised the child and guess what? The man was a white man and the woman was a white woman and they was married and they had a daughter. And then the woman got cheated and she ended up come home with a black baby. And the man keep it.
All in the family now, rainbow.
True story, no lie. It was my manager and my boss one time. True story, no lie.
Yeah, all that now me with a divorce instantly.
But me I say the statistics is not it's not weighing evenly for me as a female.
It's skewed.
Because in certain states, if a woman is married and she gets pregnant by another man, if she have that baby while she's still married to that man, the baby have to take on the married man name, not the father name.
Yeah, if him decide to stay. If him decide to take that baby as his own.
Whether I decide to stay or not, you know what the court say? Until you get a divorce, that child will be in your name and your responsibility.
Until me get a DNA test.
Well, in some states, even with the DNA, because the mother can go to the judge and say, Judge, I cheated. This is not my husband's baby. And you know what the judge are going to say? I know some states will do it. Experience it. Some states will do it. Then say, until you get a divorce, that child, when it's born, it will have your husband's last name.
Well, we have to divorce super fast then. Super fast. We have to divorce expeditiously, rapidly, super fast then. Yeah, cause
So this thing not even at all. This thing between man and woman and relationship, it not even at all.
It not even, but life not even, and we are man versus woman, as in not competition, but we are two different beings. So it's not supposed to be even, not even. And a modern day think, a modern day thinking, I try even up.
If a man want cheat, if a man go cheat, right, and him expect the woman to forgive him and try hold the relationship together and make it work. Why is it that when she cheat now, him not willing to make that the kind of sacrifice to stay with the family? As far as the statistics, it's not a lot of men who actually stay. Even if she don't get pregnant by nobody, if you find out that she cheat, him gone.
Yeah, because
especially Caribbean man, yard man, them gone quick. Like them can't be galley have woman everywhere, breed woman everywhere, and I'll see them woman cheat on them or then hearsay. It could be a rumor. It might not even be true. Then hearsay she have violated. Him gone.
Yeah. Fast. Fast too. No man.
So just that me didn't want to say.
All right.
Go back in the chat. Me just didn't want to say that.
All right, my friend. All right.
Have a good morning.
You too. Bless up. Yeah. No, I'm not giving my name. So the brother they will breed you. I know, say you have a husband and breed you. Him supposed to be able to take care of that picture there. Yeah, we are divorcing expeditiously. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo. Your former Clarendon Onion here, man. How you doing?
Big up yourself, family. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Just wanting to chime in. You know what's ironic? What's ironic is you will have a woman that will leave her husband because he cheated just so she can go become a side chick to a married man.
I just said that the statistic, I'm going to look it up and tell you, but they did a huge study, and the study extended over like a decade. And the number is phenomenal. It's a high percentage of women who initiated the divorce because their husband was cheating. So we have numbers to back it up. They are now, or they became shortly after, a side chick. They are involved to a married man or to a man who's been in a committed relationship forever.
Okay. Yeah. I just chime in, so I never know say it state that. So I'm not gonna hold up your line because I know others want to chime in.
All right, my brother.
SouFLo, me find a piece of capture land over Clarendon and more and sell it to you because more got cartel. Listen, yeah, what's that?
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Later. You find capture land up at Clarendon. Me no want it. You see, I never slap with people at Clarendon. No, sir. You might think the land capture till somebody come capture you feet. Me all right. But anyhow, here we know. I don't think cheating means you don't love your mate. Women and men need to look and see. All right, live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, family. How you doing?
Why from here? From
you cheat and get killed?
Yeah, me look for a thing where no,
you don't know how to say it. You don't know how to tell by yourself. Let me help you. Wait there. Your phone is muffled. Your phone sounds like you're covered. If you have it on speaker or Bluetooth, take it off. Because you're not gonna...
He's a 99-year-old man. Divorcing wife over 77 years of marriage.
Was that the one?
Because he find out later that she cheated. 60
right.
Years.
And it's a real story.
Real story, right?
Yeah, I see it. She cheated 60-something years ago.
60-something years ago.
Him soon dead. Him have one foot in the grave. And she soon dead. She have one foot in the grave too. And they don't have a good 2 years left on earth. And the man filed divorce. Hey, Bun hot enough.
Hey.
Bun hot enough, man. Jesus Christ, Bun hot. The man said, no. I see you in hell, Martha. Move your ass.
Bun hot.
It hot. Why? Brother said, and the woman said, I never did it again. But she did. But you said the letter. I have to look that up too. Now write it down so I can look these things up. The letter said how she was comparing the two of them, brother. That is why the man filed a divorce, because she was comparing the two of them, and she said she wished that she had made life with the other guy, but the other guy was a rolling stone. He never want to settle down or nothing like that. But she talked about how him Teely did firmer and how him a size like his she has never had. Yeah, 60 admin business, 100 years later, come out. I'm out. Yeah, we're divorcing. But yeah, true story. I know that story there.
Yeah, for real. Everyone on level still. Now so you go. Who can stay, who can stay.
Good, that's all.
So
Right, that's all.
Yeah, everybody can hold it in one hold and hold it go, because I just so like in a level and we can't level it and we're not gonna try to level it.
Same way. Different strokes for different folks.
Different folks. Yeah, man. Bless up, man, and go and do good work.
Man, I respect my brother.
All
right. So that's a true story. I don't know if y'all know it. The man say, no, I'm out. 90 years old, filed for a divorce. I forgot what he was going through and him find letter, the one letter, him wife cheating letters. I mean, I file divorce too, especially when you get it so. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Greetings, family. How you doing? Do you have us on speaker or Bluetooth?
Okay, let me go on the TV a bit.
If you have us on any of those, we can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay, we can't hear you. Sorry, we can't hear you. No. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo. How are you?
I'm doing good, family. How you doing?
I am well. So I am calling in on both angles. From I have been a type of a cheater.
Wait, whoa, because you're not loud, so we can't hear you. I heard you're a cheater. Or you? What did you just say?
The child.
A child of a cheater.
Better?
You are the child of a cheater.
Mm-hmm. Grew up in the household. My parents remained married. However, you see that hurt, that betrayal, and that bitterness on the wife for many years. And my parents remained married until death did them part. However, as the child, you observe so much. And we do have the factor that the children don't know. We know because we sense things. We see the late hours the father's coming inside the house. We see the missing family.
Children don't know that though. Children don't know that. If they know when the adults put the dots together for them. Let me give you an example. A man that's working 2 jobs to support his family to make sure all bills are paid and everything like that is good, right? Them children don't know if daddy is coming from his first job, going to a second job or whatever. Yeah, he comes in late. Yes, he leaves out early. It is until an adult in the house string them beans or put the dots together that says, your daddy coming in late because he coming from his woman house. Now we have a problem. So children don't know. They know based on what the adults, and this is what I said earlier, grown people get overly emotional and start burdening their babies with their emotion, telling them all this information that the children have no business knowing, because the children cannot process this.
You have a point.
They cannot process
and
this.
Your point is valid. I also have another personal scenario. I have a child. My child was 1.5 years when his father and I separated. No knowledge of infidelity. A child was conceived 6 months into my pregnancy. At the age of 6 years old,
he went and had a child outside while you were 6 months pregnant?
He did.
So that, okay. Keep going.
All right. So at about the age of 6, Mind you, this is not a conversation I have with my son,
Right.
because the relationship that he has with his father is very precious and very valuable to me. That has nothing to do with him. We separated, that's still your parent. At the age of 6, we co-parent and we are much better friends than we were fiancé. So at the age of 6, we pick him up from school. We're riding home. My son turns to his father and said, "Daddy, can I ask you a question?" And his dad turns to him and says, "Sure, son, you can ask me anything." My son's question to his father was, "Did you at a point in time cheat on my mom?" His father was a bit baffled and answered, "Why do you ask?" He said, "Because my sister, I am older than my sister, and there are times where my sister and I are the same age. You and my mom were in a relationship, correct?" Father
Right.
responded,
So he's
"Correct."
working out the mathematics between that child
Exactly.
age and his age.
Exactly.
Well, that's a different story. He
But
left.
they do know.
Yeah, and that's different. What I was talking about. And yes, he's smart enough to know that, and a child is obviously going to know that, right? Your child is intelligent, and it's easy for him to figure that one out. He's gonna be like, wait, my mom, that's not my mom's child. So why our ages are so close? See, but this is what I'm saying. The children, they think a lot. So it's important to not burden them and connect dots that they otherwise would not have connected. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier, if daddy is coming in late, you're upset. What ends up happening is the woman is upset, so she starts blurting out stuff about him coming in late. Now the child associates him coming in late with him and infidelity, whereas it could have simply been, I'm trying to protect my children, so I let the children know daddy's at work, baby. He'll be in late tonight, and the children would be no wiser. You
But how
understand?
long can you play that picture? How
Your
long can
your
you play that
scenario your
picture?
scenario is different. A child came out of it. That's a different story. That's something tangible and solid that the child can look at and compare, especially as they get older. But if you have two people who've made up their minds that they're never going to leave each other, right? And they're going through their situations and their things and whatnot, and it's happening. I'm not justifying cheating because I'm not for it, but I'm saying if this is where you're at with it, I don't think running for a divorce is the first answer, second or third answer. So what you have to do in the process is you still have to put the children first, which requires a higher level of maturity and a higher level of self-control.
Right, and you co-parent from a distance. You
Yeah,
make it work.
and the child suffers.
The child is not suffering if you show
That
love
child
in front of
suffers.
that child.
That
They
child suffers.
don't.
See, this is a thing right here. A lot of women are not willing to accept or admit that when the father of that child is not in the house with that child suffers. And I think it's because women feel like, well, that's taking away credit from me. That's saying I'm not a capable mom or whatever. You're not a father. Every child needs both parts, a man and a woman, the
Absolutely.
mother and the father. So you can nice up and co-parent and all that if you want to, but at the end of the day, that child suffers. And just like how your child connected the dots and said, how come my sister age is this age and my age, daddy, that means daddy must have cheated on my mom. It's the same way how the child is going to connect dots later on and be like, well, why my parents not together? Why I have to have mommy over here and daddy over there, and then they start wishing for their parents to be together and all kinds of stuff like that. Children suffer, especially when they get out there in the world and they see little Jojo that they play with, his mommy and daddy are together. Little Sandy that they play with, her mommy and daddy are together. She only has, or he only has daddy, or only has mommy, and daddy lives across town and I only see him on weekends. All that stuff affects your child. All of that
Absolutely.
affects
But
them.
daddy can still be a part of that household. It depends on the maturity of the parents. If I don't tell someone that my child's father and I are not together, they would never know.
Yeah. How? How?
We're still there showing up for the child.
The child, I'm talking about eating in the same house. Like, there's noises. As kids grow, they get more wiser. There are noises that are supposed to be coming from your bedroom that make your children go, they in there doing it. They're in there doing it. You know, if they don't hear that and he is not there and he only slide through, it don't matter if he's allowed in the house and he plays with the child. They know that their parents are separated, and it has been psychologically, scientifically proven to affect children from back then till now. So we can't sugarcoat that. It affects them. No matter how good the co-parenting is, it affects the children the most first. You know what I mean?
Correct. And a toxic household does affect them even worse.
That's
They read energy.
right.
They read
So
body language.
right,
So either way.
but that should be your commitment. Your commitment should be to changing your household from a toxic household. Your commitment should be, because listen, I heard one marriage counselor the other day. He said something that was so profound. He said, people always tell you, don't fight in front of the kids. It's bad for them. Me, I say, fight in front of the kids. I'm not telling you to punch each other, and I'm not telling you to use swear words or call each other derogatory names, but fight it out in front of the kids. And when you're done fighting it out in front of the kids, make up in front of the kids. What your children will grow up learning is that when things get rough and the arguments get intense, I don't run. I don't run and leave my relationship. I fight it out, and then we make it up. Everything we do, we're teaching our children what to do with themselves, right?
Absolutely.
Right. So if they never see you fight and make up, they don't know what fighting and making up is. If they see you fight, and then run, they think that's the way to be. So when they get older, they mirror their own relationships off of yours. So it's fight. Oh, damn, this is getting hard. I'm out of there. My mama and my daddy divorced. I'm running, or separated. I'm running. They co-parented me from a distance. It's okay. I could co-parent my kids from a distance too. So they're not looking for no union that's going to last, because they already know that I seen my mama do it. I seen my daddy do it. They're not together. So it's not the end of the world kind of thing. Their mind is already, believe it or not, set on that's one of the possibilities. You know?
But you have to have those conversations, and you do have an extremely valid point. And I do appreciate you taking the time to speak with me today. But either way, staying or leaving, we have to teach our children how to set boundaries and what things are okay and what things are not okay.
Yeah, but your boundaries are not your children's boundaries. That's the thing. And life is not one size fits all. That's the thing.
By our decisions, whether we try to work it out or we leave, they're still affected.
Right. And I just said that too. But your boundaries are not your children's boundaries.
Right. But so we're telling our children someone could punch you in the face, or someone could.
No, we're never dealing with violence. We're never dealing with violence. That's not even good for an example. We're never ever dealing with violence. Once anybody starts to get physically hurt or looks like it's going there, it's time to go. You can't. I don't even play with that part. But
right, I don't either.
But the argument and the attitudes and all that, if you don't run, you stay and you fix it. That's somebody that's committed to a relationship. You don't run, you don't stay and sabotage it. You stay and you fix it. There's a lot of people who stay and sabotage the relationship they're in anyways, which I don't understand it, because the long-term effect of that is it's going to end anyways, right? So you're just prolonging the inevitable. But you stay and you fix it. It's the best example you could leave for your children.
Absolutely, but some things are just not fixable.
Yeah, says who?
When there's no accountability that's being taken by the other party.
True. That right there. You're absolutely right.
If they don't,
because it takes two.
Wrong in their behavior and decide to work on it.
Absolutely.
It's always you, or because of something you did. How can you honestly come to an amicable ground?
Absolutely. Because it takes two. And it has to be somebody who's willing to work it with you. You know, honestly look at each other and say, listen, we're going through hell. We're having a lot of problems, but, you know, we got to work this out. And your partner says, I feel you, man. We're going through hell, but I love you. I don't want to lose you. And we have to work this out. If they're not that type and they're like, well, I didn't do nothing. You did. it's your fault, and that right there, you could just burn that because there's no fixing it. You're right.
Right.
You're right.
The scenario he gave was it happened in the Bible. You're not the first woman that it happened to. It happens to all women. So with that mentality, there was nothing to fix. Yes, it's happened. I'm not the first, but let's work on it.
Wait, he told you it happened in the Bible, so you're not.
Yeah, laugh on a serious thing. Yeah.
That's my brother.
That's why I walk.
Oh, but he's quoting the Bible. Why are you walking for?
The Bible gives us an example of the things that happen. That doesn't mean that you go out and do those things.
But it shows you that those things are possible. That they will happen.
They happen, and if you are going to work on making it better, you learned, you made a mistake, life goes on, let's work. But if you don't see where you were wrong, it's not fixable.
Yes. The point that you're making that I agree with is when an individual, a grown-ass person, refuses to see that they are wrong. That tells you, another intelligent person, that whatever is wrong, there is no end in sight for it. It will always continue because they won't admit that they're wrong. Admitting that you're wrong, and I'm teaching this morning for whoever wants to learn, admitting that you're wrong is the first step to healing because it allows your partner to relax in their spirit, to be like, okay, whew, my partner knows that right there was wrong, right? So now we can start to fix that. But if they go around talking about, well, it wasn't me, and it's you, and you caused this, and you did that, and not accepting it, then your spirit will always be in turmoil with them because you know that this will always exist. There is no end to this. Absolutely. And you're right. You're right.
And I would have stayed if accountability was taken, but he saw nothing wrong with his behavior. So I had to.
It was always you, right?
Yeah, because you're miserable, you were pregnant, you were hormonal, nothing was wrong. So the question that I asked is, if I cheated on you and conceived a child, would you remain or would you try to make things work? He said no. The friend them with a style me, I'm not fucking me.
So
okay.
Enough said.
Yeah. So
enough
that's
said.
that.
Yeah, I ain't doing nothing for anybody who ain't doing the same for me. That part. Yeah. I agree. Absolutely. Big up. Mothers and respect, public. All right.
All the time. Yeah.
All right. Listen. G's and peace. You know, so we did have another one. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo. How are you?
I'm good, family. How you doing this morning?
I'm pretty good. I'm here interacting in the chat and everything, thinking that my comment was coming up, but I'm not seeing my comment. What's going on?
Where's your comment? Write a comment right now. Write a comment right now. Let me see. Just write hello and something. He says, I'm his wife. You should know my place. Checking my damn head. He's always right. Just sign the papers and leave me alone. But
I did.
You did? What did your comment say?
Hypocrites are serial cheaters.
Yeah, I don't see that.
What's going on? Because I've been there from good morning. I've been there all morning commenting.
And I'm not seeing it.
What could be? What could that be?
Did your membership expire?
No, it just came out. I just saw $9.99 out of my account, so no.
Okay.
And I still have that badge.
As you're looking at your screen right now, you're in green?
Yes.
I don't know. I can't tell you what's going on there. Because that right there is ran by YouTube. OG876 says start, restart.
I did several times.
And it's not working.
No. I'm here commenting like hell, thinking I'm participating.
Oh my
God. Not knowing that I'm just typing into air.
Oh man.
Because I have a mouthful.
Well, all right. So say your mouthful and then we fix this later.
Right now it's just too much.
It's all right. Oh, my bad. And just
No, just all I want to say right now is just hypocrites. Hypocrites are serial cheaters.
Hypocrites are serial cheaters.
Yes.
I don't know how to unravel that.
That's what somebody said. They're hypocrites. So I'm just saying that they're serial cheaters.
Yeah. A hypocrite is an individual who, how you describe a hypocrite?
The person said, whoever called himself a hypocrite, a liar.
Okay. Hypocrites are usually people who say something and do the opposite, don't?
That's being a liar.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Serial cheaters. That's what I reach with it. Well, you know, serial cheating or not, it's up to an individual if they want to stay.
I know.
I mean, it's up to it's different strokes for me. The belief is different strokes for different folks, and what might work for you might not work for me, kind of thing. That's why I told the other caller that the boundaries that you're setting for yourself are not necessarily your children's boundaries, kind of thing. Your child might be in a situation when they grow up where they are more tolerable of their partner and certain things. Hell, they might love their partner more than you love their daddy or their mama. So they're willing to put up with more. Love is what does it, really. Love is what does it, really. Because I've seen some women, growing up in Jamaica, man, I've seen some women, they had some terrible husband. And these are women that used to wrap head and grab Bible and go church like 7 days a week almost. And every time I hear them talk, they were like, no, don't worry, God will use me to lead him to God. And one day you will see him come with me. And me I work for my husband and God will help me work on him. And I'm like, yo, whoa, woman of great faith. Because everybody know him as something else. And you know what happened? I lived long enough to see exactly what she was working on actually happen.
Good for her.
Right. So, and not just one person, a whole heap of them, but the trials and tribulation of. She went through those. I saw it depends on how much faith you have in it. Here's another thing that I think plays a great part, though, in people leaving relationships. I think after you've been with so many people before you got with your so-called partner, it makes it even easier to leave again. Because what's special? Like, I've already been with 10 women, so you number 11, number 12 ain't going to be hard. This not work. I'm out. Bye. But you see, the people who haven't really been with a lot of people, it's really hard for them to just get up and walk out and leave and kind of thing. So they'll
one of those.
They'll put more into their relationship than anybody else. They'll change the changes that need to be changed. They'll listen to their partner say. Let's be honest, right? I have a pet peeve. My pet peeve is this: grown ass people messing up their own relationships, then crying on social media. You messing up your own relationship. Go fix your damn relationship. You are messing up your own relationship, then crying on social media. Ain't nobody on social media that could fix your relationship for you. The intricate details of your relationship, you and your partner know them. So communicate with your partner and be receptive as you would like your partner to be, kind of thing. Some people listen. Some people like to be listened to, but they don't listen. You know what I mean? So people be going through their stuff, man. I just watch and I take it as entertainment and I keep it moving, because every relationship is unique, has its unique set of flaws, its unique set of different things, and it's two unique individuals. Only them two know what they're dealing with, really. That part. So at the end of the day, it's different strokes for different folks. Some stay, some don't. I was just trying to figure out why a woman would want to be pursuing a divorce during a big time pregnancy, but I guess it happens if she's not being abused.
She's just tired of the disrespect, SouFlo.
Yeah, and I figured that.
You can just take so much.
So cheating is disrespect. Yes, it is.
Yeah, she's just tired of that.
She's tired of that. All right.
All right. I'll try to figure out what's going on. I don't know.
I would say restart again.
Okay.
So me the same way you choose forget up and go work every day. I don't thief from nobody. And the same way you can choose every day if you not cheat. 100%. Yes, it's true. It's true. You get up and go to work every day and you listen to your boss. Him say, take this and put it over there. Him say, I want you here by this time. You must clock in and clock out by that time. I the same way you can go home and listen to your husband too. Not true?
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. I don't want you to give me your information on air, but so I could see. Don't give me on air, but I want to see what I can do to help you with that, so that you can type and your typing can come up in the comment section. Yeah, there's nothing I could do for you from here. You there?
I'm here.
Yeah, there's nothing I could do for you from here. So you're gonna have to, yeah. So let me finish up this live and then I'll see what I can do. All right?
Okay.
All right. I appreciate you greatly. All right. Boy, I'm dead in. Reggae Girl says, violence is a no-no. My dad was the best father. But okay, so listen. We're going to change gear real quick because I was supposed to get off of here at 9 and I'm going until 9:30 or close to it, something like that. So we're going to change gears real quick. The warm-up, they actually end up getting hot. I know we've been on here longer than we should, and I didn't go through the other one. So, quick update first. The Cherry Lane shooting that happened in Jamaica where 17 people were shot and 8 of them died. This is the update. Remember I told y'all don't make this a one-day thing. It's too bad to be a one-day thing. The update is that there's a state of emergency has been declared in Clarendon. And this is specifically to prevent reprisals because people are roaming around looking for a reprisal. Right. There was a $25 million award put out pertaining to this. And the $25 million apparently is working and working very well because as of this morning, it says that there are now 8 people in custody pertaining to that shooting that had 17 people shot and 8 people died, including a 7-year-old boy. Right. So the $25 million reward that the government, that the prime minister put up, it's working. It's working. People, I guess people want the money. And I was joking and I was saying, end of year, a Vibes Cartel concert and all these things, and the ticket them are expensive. Somebody might want all a skybox or something. There's a good way to get some money right there. $25 million is a lot of money. It kind of tells me that they want to solve the problem in this particular case. Don't know if it's because it's election time and people are trying to look good, but I don't really care. I just like what them are do. So 8 people are currently in custody so far, and they're out there playing police and thief, and more people are, you know, coming up on the radar, so on and so forth. One of the things that they know is that it involves people from overseas as well as people who are incarcerated in Jamaica. So people have been asking the Minister of National Security, Dr. Harsh Chang, what is he doing about it, about the people them behind bars? Why is it so easy for them to gain access to technology and be able to govern them grounds, and call hits and do all these things? So he put out a message this morning that said to assure the people that the prisoners are being monitored amid the fears that criminals and murderers are organizing behind bars and are carrying out these incidents similar to what happened in Cherry Tree Lane in Clarendon, where 17 were shot, 8 have died. So Minister of National Security says he's taking new measures behind bars to make sure that that's not happening. Maybe he's not doing it, but it's something himself where will comfort the people who is asking where Mado. They're also talking about tabling new laws, bringing them to Parliament. They're also talking about putting new technology inside of these prisons, so they would jam all frequencies and nobody in there could use a phone even if they tried, that kind of thing. So they're putting new measures in place. But just know that right now, 8 persons so far. The last time we spoke about this, it was 5 5 persons were in custody. 1 was killed. The one that was killed, his family is making a big row about this. His family is saying that it's not him. And the police went and shoot down somebody just so they could quiet the people and look like they're doing something. They said he has an airtight alibi. And there was a party that was keeping on the other side of town, and he was actually the DJ at that party. So unless their family member could be in 2 places at once, they killed the wrong guy, and he never have nothing to do with nothing. So we're gonna stay close to the story, keep on seeing how it unfolds. It's the same young man that somebody sent to me and said, I have a cousin named Ori. He looked more like Ori than me, but somebody sent it to me and said, yo, this look like your family. And he does. He looked like my family member, but I told everybody that's not my family member. I'm not, none of my family not into none of that. That's somebody who just looks like, but maybe, you know, same tribe of people from same side of Jamaica, you never know. Same way. So we're going to stay close to that story as it develops because it's still developing. Now, the main story of this morning, not so main now, in closing, was the biggest drug heist in Jamaica. The biggest drug heist in Jamaica, and a senior citizen was arrested. So when the shooting happened in Cherry Lane in Clarendon, where the 17 people were shot and 8 died, a bunch of people went to, see, I keep telling y'all about people who do the sensationalized stuff, right? Apparently, some people who call themselves vloggers, they were like, yes, and this have something to do with the shooting at Cherry Lane, and the white man that were killed the other day were raced the car them. It have to do something with the big drug bust what happened, causing the involved in that, and there are 3 separate incidents. None have nothing to do with the other. However, this drug bust here is huge, and this senior citizen here is very risky. I guess Papa said him reached 72 already, so what them can do to me, right? A 72-year-old man is among the 5 people who were arrested 2 weeks ago in relation to the estimated $12 billion cocaine bust in Havendale, St. Andrew. More you understand numbers, so I went and crunched the numbers for you already. They were arrested last week, but they were not charged. Again, some little birdie pitch on my shoulder and said, SouFLo, can I first do these kind of stories, you know, so walk with me. Them say, SouFLo, anytime you see them get arrested like that, notice how nothing happen for a while. And them have to go find out first is who's coke that. Because that amount of coke right there, so, is not no small amount of coke. A big people coke that. So it's either them go find out is who, deal with them, and this is why you see. Remember, I know the other day them find how much the hundreds of millions of dollars worth of cocaine, and the persons involved were found guilty. And I say, okay, let me see what gonna happen now. How much time them I give them in prison? No time, no time. They were fined and let go. Y'all remember me saying, boy, I feel like I forgot left foreign, you know. I'm gonna take up a new trade in Jamaica. Come on, want a rich one day, like have the yacht that I could carry out and quite a few mansions around the country. Yeah, they got pay a fine or do 6 months in prison or in jail. And they paid the fine, of course, because them have the money. Now, this particular bus right here, 12 billion Jamaican dollars. Let me wrap your mind around this field. This is 76,455,684 worth US dollars worth of cocaine. Ain't no small man in this. This a big people something. This is something that's way bigger than me and you. This so big me feel afraid to talk about it. Because you know, the people them that control that type of drugs in that large amount, they are super powerful and them could come slap you down from any which part. So somebody had said earlier, SouFLo, how come you not talk about the big boss at Jamaica with the coke? I saw it, but I wanted to see more. Like, I'm not a news reporter, so I'm not gonna come and say, oh, Jamaica has the biggest cocaine bust, whatever. I wanted stuff to be published publicly. That way, when people confront me, the only thing people can say, sure, I read the news, man, and then him go after that and give him like a personal opinion, but him not nobody something. Right. The news today is a headline. The news says a 72-year-old man is among 5 people who were arrested 2 weeks ago in relation to the estimated $12 billion worth of cocaine bust in Havendale, St. Andrew. This is $76,455,684 worth of cocaine. On Monday, Deputy Commissioner of Police Fitz Bailey said that the senior citizen who was involved, along with the others, who are all from Kingston addresses, they were officially charged Friday, we're just gone, August 16th, with possession of cocaine, dealing in cocaine, trafficking cocaine, and conspiracy. The 72-year-old has been identified as Junior Aldane. The others are 57-year-old Clive Roy Davis, another 58-year-old Colin Ricketts, another 51-year-old George Sterling, and a 42-year-old Clayton Peart. Now, if this was in the United States of America and you got caught with $72 million worth of coke, your face would be all over the media. This is Jamaica. So again, no face, no case. Right. You don't know who these people are because they give you names, but that's it. Anyway, Bailey, who is in charge of the crime portfolio, described the bust as the largest in Jamaica's history. On Tuesday, August 6, 2024, members of the Firearms and Narcotics Divisions within the Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Branch executed a raid at 2 Riverside Drive, Kingston 19, which resulted in the seizure of a large quantity of cocaine, the largest they had ever seen on the island, and it led to the arrest of 5 men, Jamaican nationals, all of them. During the operation, a Toyota Hiace motor vehicle and a 2-story concrete dwelling were searched when the police discovered several knitted bags containing packages with white powdery substance suspected to be cocaine, Bailey said, indicating that the drugs weighed 2,526 kilograms. This not have nothing to do with nobody small. And it had an estimated street value of $75 million. $76,455,684 to be exact. Sit on up St. Andrew there with $75 million worth of coke. Each of the accused men are interviewed in the presence of their attorney, and they remain in police custody and they await the finalization of a court date. The Firearms and Narcotics Investigation Division, along with local, regional, and international partners, are continuing investigation into this matter, and they are actively pursuing other leads to further dismantle other criminal networks, or criminal networks like these, who are moving large amounts of cocaine through Jamaica. Jamaica is like a transit point. It's a point where they go through to get to the U.S., to move on to Puerto Rico, which is U.S. territory. I learned this by following closely the assassination of the Haitian president, Jovenel Moïse. And in it, you had law enforcement, DEA agents from the United States of America that were explaining how the drugs come through and how it goes from one spot to another to another. And their goal is usually to make it to Puerto Rico. If it makes Puerto Rico, it pretty much has made it to the U.S. because Puerto Rico is U.S. territory. And then they have their links in Puerto Rico that will make sure that everything else is safe and secured from them. But Haiti, Jamaica, all these places, them have people in place who some are good, some are bad. It depends on who's on duty today. The logistics of it gets kind of choppy sometimes. So sometimes them stuff get hold, and sometimes they get their stuff to get let go. Don't think it don't get let go sometimes, because it does. It depends on how serious that phone call is. Yeah. I don't know if you ever watch one of them coke movie there. One of them gangster movie there. One of the movie them will tell you how the people them, me not call them name. It starts with a C and L with a L. Them run the whole over so. Them people them move away. And they have lots of government officials in their pockets. Remember, you know, the Virgin Islands, the leader of the Virgin Islands, I forgot the name that they called them instead of a prime minister. But he was just caught up in it. And turns out the Virgin Islands is another place that they use for the same thing. So Jamaica is like that, Haiti is like that, the Virgin Islands is like that. These are all transient points with a whole lot of it passing through. They set him up and had him fly to the US thinking he was coming to get how much the hundreds of thousands of US dollars, 1 point something million is waiting for you in a bag in the back of a private jet. And he lands in a private jet and goes to another private jet. And when he walks into the private jet to go get the bag, who's sitting in there? DEA agents. But they made the whole deal with him. And the whole deal was for them to use the ports in the Virgin Islands to bring in an insurmountable amount of cocaine, pass it through unbothered, undetected. And they have him on wiretap agreeing. So what's in it for me? How much I'm going to get? Negotiating how much he should get, and then them set him up. I really mean Premier. Thank you, Sean Cassell. The Premier. Right, that's what he's called. And they used that and they reeled him in. And it wasn't only him. It was him and a woman that was in a prominent position as well. I believe she's the person who controls all their shipping stuff for the country. So anyways, it's happening, okay? I said this quite a few years ago when I found out that we were no longer in control of our ports, and we were no longer in control of our airports. Shipping ports and airports, we're not in control of those. And when that news broke, I said, okay, so just look for, go back and look on my video. I said, okay, just look for anything I pass through Jamaica right now. And ever since that happened, 2 planes crashed in Jamaica already. Nobody got caught on them, right? And Skilly Bang put out the song, the plane done crash with the coke. Yeah, right? Okay, and a bunch of other things have been happening since then. So when y'all see certain things, you can tie it in. Gangs on the rise in Jamaica, people fighting over territory. There's a reason. There's a lot of money on the ground. There's a lot of money on the ground. And this type of drugs bring murder always. I'll end this by saying this. Back in the day, I used to hear, I never used to do it, but I used to be around people that did it. So I used to hear them say, don't mess with a white lady. When you mess with a white lady, blood are gonna run, and a whole heap of prison time are gonna come. Stick to the herbs strictly, right? And these are guys that used to ship ganja in huge bales and quantities and get it into the US. Don't mess with a white lady because blood are gonna run and a whole heap of prison time are gonna come. And you know, watching how Jamaica is going, and you know, gangs fighting gangs and whatever, y'all wonder where them a fight about and all this. These are some of the things that they're fighting about. There's a lot of money on the ground, and not just scamming all something, and not just scamming. It's a whole heap of drugs left on the ground, and a whole heap of man a fight for territory and turf, right? Me, just stay out of them way. I don't want to know who is who. I just want to know where to be, so I'm far away from for them thing where I take place. You know, that way. With that said, though, it's 9:29. We have 1 more minute on this live, and I'm gonna use that live. Their unaliving concepts are different, says Nandi. Absolutely. Scary different. Scary different. To the point where you don't even speak too much on their business. You know what I'm saying? We just see it, we just read it out of the newspaper gear because it's reached a developed point now. And that's that. I'm not the one to be digging and talking about, yes, well, you know, the man will live down a so and so. Yeah, on Tree Lane, it's his brother. And put up people picture on all these things. With that said, manners and respect to each and every one of you tuning in. Thank you for making the morning festive. I had one more question for the morning, you know, but I'm going to save it for tomorrow morning so we can get into that again. All right. Have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. Stay good. Be good. And I'll catch you all tomorrow morning right here on Morning Thoughts. God spare my life. I'm out. Peace.